You've certainly spent a lot of time on the road this month. I'm your host, Philippa Guana, welcoming you to this month's episode of BMW Club TV, where we'll show you just what we've been up to. Our first up, the Kailami Grand Prix circuit. BMW Car Club Gauteng formed part of the Hot Lap program at this year's Festival of Motoring powered by Wesbank, and here are just some of the highlights.
That's so fun, yes! No, I love that. Yeah. I'm amazed by it. I'm just amazed by it. Oh, wow.
Checking our calendar for your next chance to ride shotgun in one of our BMW Car Club Gauteng members' cars. In this year's first episode, we went behind the scenes with Marek Letois and Johan Venter, the authors of the coffee table book BMW, The Unique South African Story. Marek was spotted in last month's episode again as we looked back at our BMW Car Club Gauteng I2 Concours d'Elegance. So we thought we'd also take up Johan's invitation for coffee to find out about how he lives his passion every day in his company, Vantage Fine Automotive Art.
Good evening, my name is Johan Venter. Welcome to Vantage Fine Automotive Art Studio. I'm a member of the BMW Car Club and I have been for the last 13 years. In that time, I also served at some point as the vice chairman of the club. I have a huge passion for BMW, and some of you might know that I'm actually the co-author of the book that was launched last year, BMW, The Unique South African Story. I did that with Marek. But my passion actually doesn't stop with BMW, as you guys will discover. Automobiles are a huge passion of mine, and I've got a soft spot for a lot of marques, but a lot of German marques as well. We opened the studio in 2020, and it was a huge drive of mine to open a studio. I had an office inside the house, What I do is I currently write about classic and collectible cars for publications in the UK and Australia. And while doing that, I kitted out my office. And there was an interest of the things that I did. So what you'll see here tonight is what we call the automotive icons, our limited edition prints, and our bespoke motorbooks. So this is basically where Vantage Fine Automotive Art started. I had put this in my office, and what you see in front of you is extracts from an Octane magazine. And I felt it was too good to chuck away or dispose of. So what I did was I removed these prints and I put it in a frame, and it was part of my ambience in my office. And then a friend of mine saw it and said to me, "You'd pay anything for it." And I gave him a ridiculous amount of money, and he insisted he have it. And that is basically where this concept for this business started. So a lot of what we do revolves around BMW, and as I said, that is my first love when it comes to cars and automobiles. And what you see here are limited edition prints, where we've gotten local artists to actually sketch the print. We give you a description of what the print is, and all the prints are actually numbered. So this one in particular is number 15 of 100, and the specific artist, South African artist, is Stefan Pransegril. I was just explaining to Reinhard when he walked in here that this is a very proud moment for us in terms of recreating this 333 poster. I only know of 3 other people in South Africa that's got this poster. We found one in tatters literally, and we've brought it back to life. And yeah, that is on offer. It's very limited, it's very rare. I know that Car Magazine did it, in 1985, which is basically, if my math is correct, 40 years ago. They did this, but now it is on offer, and if you're interested, here's your opportunity. This is my personal commemoration of when BMW turned 100 years. What I've done here is I took the commemoration certificate that was given to every participant at the BMW concourse that year. I also used the bag that was given to me with some goodies, which we've also included in the frame. And then I've added the advertisement that we used with all the specifics about the concourse. And it's nice because you can see the time, the date, the venue. And yeah, this I will keep and treasure for the rest of my life. What you see here is a collection of photographs that were taken of BMW motorsport cars. How this came about is in 2011, I did an article for BMW Car on Alex Siprnich's life in terms of his involvement with motorsport over 40 years. And what we did was we told that story through motorsport cars that we photographed at JSN. I didn't know at the time that Oliver, the photographer, went back to JSN on the Monday, took all of those motorsport cars into their basement and photographed them looking like this. And we've actually made an entire range of those motorsport cars, and here they are. So you can have them forward facing, you can have the side, you can have it in A1, you can have it in A2, and every print is numbered. What you see over here is a Mercedes-Benz C111, which is a prototype. This car never went into production. But again, it's one of our automotive icons. And what we did here was we actually found prints in 2 separate magazines. We removed those prints, we put it in the frame. And as you will see, this frame is numbered. It's number 1 of 1. We'll only make 1 of these. And you also get a certificate of authenticity with it. This is my Lewis Hamilton championship winning McLaren in 2008, where Lewis clinched the championship in the last corner by 1 point. So I specifically made this display. This is a Kyosho model that was sold in parts. I bought all the parts, and I didn't have the inclination to actually put it together, so I got a guy to put the complete model together for me. But we made this display, just bespoke display case, And that's what we also offer. If you've got a special model or a special helmet and you need a special display case, we can definitely do that for you. Recently, we've expanded our portfolio and we're offering these streamliners. It's a beautiful sculpture and reflects of the 1930s land speed record cars, and it comes in this British racing green, and we also offer it in midnight blue. Each of these get a plaque. We're only doing 10 of the British racing green, and we're only doing 10 of the midnight blue. What we have here is one of our bespoke motorbooks. What I mean by that is we photograph your car professionally and we make a book thereof. And we have got various options in terms of the casing or the box. What you see is a wooden box when we've used wild olive with some inlays. And you'll see we've then laser engraved our logo onto the box itself. And this is how you open it. And then this is the book that's inside. And this particular book is actually of my 1984 BMW 635. And I'll just quickly flip through it so you can see the caliber of photography that you are going to get. Now let's go and have a look at my personal model collection. This is not the entire collection, but these are the ones that are currently on display. So this is a collection of my Porsches. It's not the entire collection, but these really reflect my favorite Porsches. And on the left-hand side, you'll find quite an eclectic collection of various brands and various marques. American, as you can see on the second shelf, some Mercedes-Benz, some Ferraris. And right at the bottom is a collection of cars, various marques over various years. Well, ladies and gents, that's our studio. You can find us on social media, which is Instagram and Facebook. You're more than welcome to pay us a visit. You'll find the details to make an appointment at the bottom of the screen, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Now, who doesn't like a jet trip to the coast? This is exactly what we did for round 6 of this year's BMW and Performance Parts Race Series for our first visit to the East London Grand Prix circuit. The circuit, primarily consisting of public roads on the Wesbank of East London, is one of South Africa's most historic motorsport venues. Its location makes it one of the most picturesque venues in South Africa, and the circuit features some of the fastest corners you will ever encounter, including the legendary Potter's Pass. But first, let's take you for a lap around it with Varush Gampam. Onto the main and longest straight on the circuit, 947 metres up the hill towards Potter's Pass, the highest point on the circuit at 32 metres above sea level. ...216 kilometres an hour when entering the corner, and as you can see, this is a flat-out corner. Staying on the accelerator as we go down the hill through Rifle Range and onto Cochabamba Corner, the lowest point at 10 metres. Cochabamba is also the closest you'll get to the beach at a South African circuit, just 12 metres between the exit of the corner and the sand. Down the beach straight towards the back section of the circuit, which also includes the local kart circuit. Butts Bend and then S's, one of two left turns on the circuit. The other one, Cox's Corner, is just ahead. The sweep and then on to the back straight. The final corner, Beacon Bend. Like Cocobana, this is another slow corner. $33.15, not bad for a first outing at the circuit, but let's go find out more about why we're here.
How's it? So, we come to you from East London, of all places. We've never been here. It's the first time we've come to East London as a series, the BMW Performance Parts Race Series. First time at East London, and wow, it's been amazing. The locals have welcomed us. It's been an awesome time here. We've had pit garages allocated to us, help when our guys have had issues as well. The locals have been out there to help us. So a big thank you to Sean. He's been a big help to most of our drivers.
Welcome to the Extreme Festival presented by Coca-Cola. We are at East London Grand Prix Circuit. We've got 40 BMWs on track. So I think we are giving the spectators value for money, and there's lots of good racing that you can look forward to.
Always great to have a coastal round every year for the regional roster as well. And this year, it's the first time we're coming to East London. I think not just for BMW and Performance Parts Race Series, but for a lot of the series here. It is a great outing. It's the first time for a lot of the drivers here. Some of the series have been here, but not in recent times. And it's just one of those things that we like to throw in every year. Something different, and also expanding the brand to every major motorsport city in this country.
Thank you to Bernard and his team, and I hope everyone does well and stay on the black stuff.
But yeah, that corner over there, yeah, it's quite an intense corner, Potters. I must say my very first practice yesterday, I was braking through the corner, but I managed to start not braking through the corner and feathering it through, so yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to get used to it, but I think we're getting there. And then that other one down there, Copacabana, I went through the sideways just now, so it was quite interesting. But yeah, it's an awesome track. We're enjoying it. It's something totally different.
Well, some got an early start to the week, including Reynard Miller.
Mr. Bossman, he said we can do how many laps with your car? I don't know how much fuel is in here, but I'll warm it up for you, eh? Okay. Yeah, so first time here at East London. What a track. High speed, like proper high speed. Potters and is everything they made out to be. So still need to work up a bit, get the pace up through those corners. I've got rifle kind of figured out, but yeah, awesome track, awesome people here, all the management, everything. We've been here entire week. Since Sunday actually, climatizing. So no, awesome management, what a pleasure to be here. Everyone is super friendly, super helpful. Sean Gradwell as well, helping us out with spares and gearboxes and everything in between. But yeah, let's hope for like a weekend and good results, and hopefully everyone goes home safe. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Like for Miller, this was the first visit to the circuit for most of the drivers. However, some have raced here before.
Yes, first time here at East London with the BMWs. It's nice to be back. Still enjoy this track. Very bumpy, and but it's fast, and still trying to feel the car and to feel how it feels around Potters with a BMW, but thoroughly enjoying it. Looking forward to the next session.
Yeah, so Extreme Festival, East London, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Haven't been here for 12, 13 years, giving my age away here, but yeah, very, very different in BMW compared to Polo Cup. Always been a very scary, very fast circuit, but yeah, looking forward to it. Always a good day out here.
While it's been a while since the likes of Dix and Rodriguez competed at the circuit, Ken Schwartz was one of the drivers with more recent experience, having just competed a month prior in the GR Cup driven by Netstar.
Yeah, it's really good to be back here. It's such a fun track. You know, it's a very fast track, very flowing track, and I think it's a good track also for beginners as well, because it's a very simple track. So yeah, it's great to be back here.
While Claudio Jordan bride, the rest went practicing. And this didn't go according to plan for everyone.
So what happened in East London? Well, East London, a very fast track, very frightening track. And I think my car got a bit scared because the camshaft sensor decided to say hello, and now it just refuses to work. So cue the taxi. Now the taxi is going to be doing double time, and we're going to drive it in A, B, C and D, E, F. And we just get double the exposure and double the fun.
For Tiaan van Rooyen, the damage got a little bit scary.
Yeah, so I was going as fast as I could, as I normally do. Nick Naidu in his M2 overtook me on the main straight. I was following through Potters and Rifle, so I'm getting a bit of a slipstream. Doing about 220, as I turn into Rifle, my bonnet flies up and yeah, I can't see anything. I'm on the grass there trying to keep it straight. Just managed to barely get two wheels on the tarmac again to slow it down. And I stopped there right before Cocobana. They're in the braking zone, so yeah, it's only luckily the windscreen, bit of other damage, but we're going to try and see it get it fixed. I'm on a race tomorrow.
Let's get into race day. You've heard the name Sean Gradwell mentioned by a few of our drivers. Let's go find out more about him.
Yeah, it's nice to have the BMW Car Club here. Been waiting for this for years. It's nice to be running with some of the bigger, faster cars and just seeing where we are as like a local with a small car. It's nice to be in the group, and I mean, if you look behind, the track is filling up very quickly. But yeah, I think we're going to have in for a good day. Some very fast cars in A and B, and the V8s are about to go out now. But yeah, it's in for a fun one. It's going to be good.
The Class A, B and C field went out first for qualifying, with Leon Loebscher taking the Dunlop pole position.
Yeah, it went very well this morning with the qualifying. I was very lucky, I had no traffic. And the car's right. We battled a bit yesterday, but everything is sorted out. So there's obviously more in the car, but I'm not sure if there's more in me. But I'm very happy, thanks.
As the field starts the warm-up lap, let's look at the grid. Only two Class A drivers this time, with Bob Neal piloting an E36 M6, which is under development. 4 cars in Class B, though, with Andreas Meyer back on the grid and ahead of recent winner Anton Pommersheim. Anand Naidu heads up Class C. 4th placed Nick Naidu is competing in both groups this weekend. The embankments are packed, so let's not keep anyone waiting. Race 1, here we go. A clean start from everyone as Loebscher pulls away from the pack. The Class B leaders quickly see off Neal, and that's Miller running wide. End of lap 1, Loebscher is already far ahead of the Class B battle, led by Meyer. In Class C, Archer is pushing Naidu hard. Is this the end of the issues that plagued Maya this year? He's now pulling away from Pommersheim. The Class C battle continues, with Naidu desperately trying to put Class B's Macris between Archer and him. Lap 3 and Naidu has another look, but all this has done is bring Archer right into contention. Now Archer has a look into Beacon, but Naidu shuts the door. Macris is slowing. This lets the Class C through, and also Smith. That's Cameron Christian and Osbia Joni going off, and it looks like that's terminal for Oz. Christian recovers, but he's now right at the back. Loebscher wondered if he had as much left in him as the car did, but heading into the second half, we think Loebscher might have been a bit modest with that comment. A change in Class C though, that's Archer now ahead of Naidu. Maya still leads Pommersheim in Class B. A fairly easy win for Loebscher in Class A. Further back, Neil takes second place. Maya beats Pommersheim in Class B. Archer broke out of Class C on the final lap, which sees him slot into third place. Archer's breakout gives Naidu the Class C win from Nishal Singh and Sheldon Chetty. Dix did pick up a jump start penalty, but this does not cost him a place. Now, why was Cameron Christian in the Class A, B and C race? Well, in qualifying, he broke out of Class D.
Just broke out of Class D into Class C. Looking forward to a new challenge now. Stick with the faster guys. A lot of pressure in the A to C class, but looking forward to it.
So, Nick Naidu took the ATS Motorsport pole position.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the guys. Beautiful weekend out here, especially the East London guys for hosting us. Track's beautiful, cars are performing well, and hope everyone has a good and safe weekend and enjoy themselves. Thank you.
What does the rest of the grid look like? Behind Naidu, it was local boy Gradwell who headed up Van Veen and Dugovea. Wessel Mostert on his first visit beat Malamela and Swartz in Class E. The Class F front row was an all-local affair with Brady Chowdhury and Paul Berry. Under starters' orders and away we go. Another clean start, and Malamela is already challenging Mostert for the Class C lead, which he takes as the field heads into Cocobana for the first time. De Gouveia is losing places, and that's Rodriguez losing the back, spinning onto the inside. The Class E lead is now passing De Gouveia as well, who runs very wide out of Beacon. He does make his way past Mostert though, who's also got some issues. Lap 2 and Naidu still leads Class D from Gradwell and Van Veen. Chloe Stewart running a bit wide there, with this being a challenging first East London weekend for her. Vessel Mostert parks it just before Rifle. And that's De Gouveia also parking it. Something did not look right on that car, and the Class D points leader retires from the race. His main rival, Van Veen, currently has his work cut out to hold Gradwell at bay after passing him for second place, with Naidu still leading the race and building a nice gap at the front. Ignace du Plessis almost losing it there through Cochabana, with Stewart having to take evasive action. Class D's Johan Miller is back on the barbecue car and currently in front of the Class F lead battle between Shriav Naidu and Paul Berry as we start lap 4. What an amazing view down the main straight, heading into Potters with the ocean in the background. And that's our first look at Chowdhury, a late local addition to the field, which makes it 101 different driver-car combinations for the 2025 season. Chowdhury tries on the inside of Naidu for the Class F lead, but locks up and Naidu keeps the place. Further up the road, Malamela and Schwartz battle it out for the Class E lead, while Class D's Gerhard du Plessis drops back behind them. Back in Class F, Budaya passed Chowdhury for second and is trying to reel in Naidu. Lap 7 and Van Veen has caught up to Nick Naidu at the front of Class D as De Gouveia watches from the sidelines. However, Naidu holds him off and takes his first Class D win of the year to go with his 2 Class C wins. Gradwell completes a podium. Malamela drove a fine race and takes his 3rd consecutive Class C win from Schwartz and Van Rooyen. Rodriguez's 30-second penalty for passing under yellow sees him lose 5th place. Naidu leads Budaya into Beacon for the last time, but where has he gone now? He's run wide, which sees Budaya go through to take his 2nd Class F win. Naidu crosses the line in 2nd place, just ahead of Berry. Philip Mostert Jr.'s pass under yellow also cost him his 5th place. The East London motorsport fans certainly have come out in their numbers for the first ever regional Extreme Festival presented by Coca-Cola. And here's something else you don't see every day. With the circuit utilising public roads after each race, there's a circuit crossing break. Now, after some trivia about first, let's find out who will be first in the day's 2nd races, starting with the Class A, B and C field. Loebscher doesn't waste any time taking the lead in Class A, with Archer and Reynard Miller leading Classes B and C off the line. Class C is hotting up quickly as Chetty tries to find a way past Miller. And that's Biagioni running out of inside line there. He recovers, but that looks like contact, and Singh is left pointing in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, Chetty did pass Miller for the lead, and now Anand Naidu is also having a look to slipstream through. Further up the road, Smith took the Class B lead, but Archer's not giving up the fight that easily. Naidu now trying to outdrag Miller down the beach straight, and he moves into second place in Class C. Naidu is not quite done yet, on to lap 3 and alongside Chetty. Yes, he now takes the lead. Chetty's game for a rematch, but runs wide out of Kokobana. And it's still not over. Naidu ran off somewhere in the middle section, has now slipped behind Chetty, Nick Naidu, Miller and Dix. Biagioni could have been part of that battle, but it looks like he's enjoying the grass a bit more. Let's look at the Class B field. Finishing lap 4, Pommersheim has now joined the battle at the front as well. He tries to make a move on Archer, but no luck there. Kokobana and Archer tries around Smith's outside, but runs wide and Smith keeps the lead. Through the S's, Archer goes through and takes it. Pommersheim goes around the outside. Is there something wrong with Smith's car? Because he just seemed to lose pace there. While all this played out, Nick Naidu took the lead of Class C as we start lap 7. Who's that in the bushes? That's Pommersheim. That does promote Smith to second in Class B, but he's a long way behind Archer. Nick Naidu parks it on the penultimate lap, with Chetty retaking the Class C lead. We haven't seen much of this man in the race, but Leon Loebscher makes it 2 Class A wins for the day, almost a full lap ahead of Bob Neal, who'll go on to finish second in the class. Archer takes Class B, and this time he keeps the win. Smith takes second, while McCrease holds off Meyer for third. Somewhere there was another change for the lead of Class C, because that's Anand Naidu leading and very much ahead of second place Chetty. Miller comes through in third. Biagioni's torrid race finishes with him losing 5th place due to a 30-second penalty. The final 10 laps for the weekend as we join the Class D, E and F field for their second race. Johan Miller drops down from his inverted grid pole, with Gerhard Duplessis taking the Class D lead. Now Van Veen is trying to get past Miller into Kokobana. Van Veen spins in the S's and drops down to the back, not what he wanted. This might benefit the likes of de Gouveia though, with his electrical issues hopefully resolved. Nick Naidu ends lap 1 by passing Miller for second. Malamela leads Class E with Chowdhury up front in F. Things don't look sorted with de Gouveia's car, with the Class E field also picking him off, and that's a scary moment for Ignace du Plessis. How did he manage to save that? Chloe Stewart is currently looking good for the Class E podium, but she'll need to hold off Rodriguez. Up front, du Plessis holds off Naidu and stays in the lead of Class D, but here we have a lead change in Class E. Malamela tries to get past Class D's Miller, with Mostert passing the pair of them. Mostert now pulling away as Malamela is still frantically looking for a way past Miller. De Gouveia didn't quite look up to the pace, and here he is pulling off. Malamela has now passed Miller, and it looks like both Rodriguez and Schwartz passed Stewart as well. Naidu has taken the Class D lead from du Plessis somewhere, with the latter now desperately trying to hold off Gradwell. This is the Class F battle for third, with Budaya and Sriyav Naidu side by side. They're still at it down the beach straight and mixing it up with Class E drivers. Here they come, and Naidu has got it. And was that Van Veen that we just saw in front of Chowdhury? It was. He's slicing his way back into the Class D battle, but with 6 laps to go, he'll need to clear the Class E field quickly. And that job might have just become a bit easier. Seems that we've lost Nick Naidu somewhere, who was leading Class D. Coming to the half-distance mark, with Chowdhury leading Class F. Oh, but what's happening there? That's Berry and Stewart getting tangled up, with Berry out of second place. In that confusion, Budaya passed Naidu for second, the latter locking up into Kokobana. Van Veen now behind one of the du Plessis cars. That's his Class D rival Gerhard. Is this for the lead? No, there's Gradwell starting lap 8 up ahead. Van Veen makes his move on du Plessis, but still has Mostert, the Class E leader, between him and Gradwell with only 2 laps left. Van Veen clears Mostert, but Gradwell is a long way ahead. Malamela now trying to clear du Plessis, who pushes him onto the grass. The final lap, and we have a Class D showdown between hometown hero Gradwell and Van Veen, the man who knows all about comebacks in 2025. There's also a Class E battle between Malamela and Schwartz for second, and while we followed that, Van Veen passed Gradwell as the leaders now enter Beacon for the last time. A pity that we did not see that pass, but Gradwell still goes one better than earlier, with second place behind Van Veen, who takes his 4th win of the season. Gerhard du Plessis completes a Class D podium. It's also a fourth win in Class E for Mostert, who ends second-placed Malamela's winning streak. Rodriguez beats Schwartz to the final podium spot. It should be an East London winner in Class F as Chowdhury leads this group to the line, but no, it isn't. That's 30 seconds added to his time for jumping the start. So Budaya makes it 2 for the day from Naidu and Mostert Jr. Some were flying, some were parking. Let's see whose ship came into port in East London. Leon Loebscher and Bob Neal extended the gap to the rest of the Class A competitors. Renier Smith still has a very handy lead in Class B. Now in Class B, Leonard Archer joins that close contest for second, led by Anton Pommersheim. While missing the travel round, Salvi Gautiri still leads Class C from Nishal Singh, but Anand Naidu's double win saw him move to third and close in on Singh. Andre van Veen is the new leader in Class D, 1 point clear of Bernard de Gouveia. Malamela still leads Class E from Mostert. Zahir Sidat also kept his lead in Class F despite missing the event, with Kayan Budaya now in second place. Smith is still ahead in the championship. De Gouveia drops out of the top 5 with Loebscher second, Malamela third and Van Veen now in fourth place. Mostert stays in the top 5. The penultimate round of the 2025 BMW M Performance Parts Race Series will see us return to Red Star Raceway next weekend, this time around the clockwise circuit layout. Well, that's the end of tonight's show. We hope you enjoyed the look back at our recent BMW Car Club Gauteng activities. Better still, why don't you tap on the membership page on our website now and you could find yourself featuring on one of our upcoming shows. From me, Philippa Guana, and the rest of the BMW Club TV team, it's goodbye until next month.